Say it's live. All right. All right, Shalom. All right, we want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of great millstone, and peace and blessings unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Right, this is GMS Houston Camp. We out here, as always, as well as all the other prophets around the world, to bring out the truth of the scriptures. All right, to prophesy against the last kingdom, to stand before the everlasting kingdom, which is Yahweh's kingdom, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay, let's start another prophet. 1:20.
This Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the street.
Get Acts 7:48. Leave it Acts 7:48. Yeah, wisdom, read that again.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets.
Right. Wisdom cried out. What wisdom? Not any old wisdom of this world, the wisdom of the scriptures. Okay? And not only the wisdom, but we're given an understanding. Okay? Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing, but without our getting, you got to get understanding. Okay? So today is Sunday. You have well, they probably out by now, or just getting out of the Harlan house, which they believe, and we once believed as well, that was the church. But the true church is out on the highways and byways. Because the word church goes back to the Latin ecclesia, which means, or the Greek ecclesia, I believe, which means to call out to the gathering. And you do that in the marketplace, or in the Greek, in the New Testament, it's the agora. Okay, that's what Yahweh set up. Yeah, they already had the synagogue set up, but they was reading out the Torah on the Sabbath days. But the ministry that Yahweh set up, they was going out, starting off with his 12, and then starting off 2 by 2. According to Luke 10 and 91 or 10 and 1. Oh,
This Matthew chapter 14.
Matthew 10. Maybe Matthew 10.
Oh, yeah, 10. I want 10, yeah. Matthew 10 and 5. Matthew chapter 10, verse 5, it says, these 12 Yahweh sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and unto any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Right, so he's giving them an order, a command to go out. Not that we can set up some building here, all right, and we gonna tell the people to come to the building. That's not in the scripture. That's not what our Lord did. He commanded them to go out, all right, and then, by the way, go not into the way of the Gentiles, all right, the other nations, nor any city. He said, nor any city of the Samaritans, because you had transplants in the land, and the disciples weren't on a level yet to decipher between, the transplants and Israelites that lived in that land. Okay, go ahead.
It says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So we out here to tell Israel that salvation is for them, even though we know that's only for the elect of Israel. All right. But we don't know where the elect is. We know where the true doctrine is at, and the men that's in the fold of this truth, that It's a good possibility that a lot of these brothers are of the elect, right? But there's more out there. So we what? We got to prophesy to the four winds, right? Yeah.
It says, and as ye go, preach saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah, as you go out, out in the streets, out in the forest, out on the mountaintop, out in the ship. Homicide was in the prophesied in the ship and on the mountaintop. So, all right.
This Matthew chapter 22, verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
See, as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. Now, we just read over in Matthew 10 that that the words of salvation, preach the kingdom is coming. That's to go out to the children of Israel, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. So over here, where it says bid to the marriage, who's being bid? And the word bid is going in the call. We calling out to come to where the marriage take place in these small sanctuaries and altars around the four corners of the earth. All throughout what people know as America. In the scriptures, this place is Babylon the Great, Egypt, Assyria, Basra, different code names. You got men all throughout Central and South America, over there in Europe, okay, Africa, so men all over, churches all over, bidding Israelites to the marriage in hopes that the words fall on the like-minded men, okay, men that could be of the hopeful elect. Want to say something? Oh, that was on that. Okay, that was it on that. We'll go back.
This is Isaiah 58:1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Right, and that's what we're supposed to be doing, because Jake needs to understand what time we're in. All right, and they need to understand if they don't get their act together, that destruction lies before them. All right, if they don't repent, which means to back to sorrow. Okay, you need to humble yourself again, because this society produces proud individuals, careless, proud, selfish people. All right, that commit a wicked act and won't feel sorry about the shit. And Jay got a conscience, but they'll feel sorry for a minute and then go right back to doing wickedness.
Amos chapter 9 and verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. When say,
We gonna go right. We gonna hit that. Let's hold that for a second, because I want to stay on this Isaiah 58. Okay. All right. So where's the crying aloud supposed to be taking place? Not in some building, not behind some keyboard either. Unless you're making a lesson, but it's an order to come out here on the streets. This is what Yahweh Shai set up. This is the order that he set up. Right? Not to set up some goddamn building. We're the building. Let's get that in 1 Corinthians 3 and 19 or 16. 3 16? 3 and 16. Yeah,
I got a precept.
Hold on. Let's bring this out first.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you.
Right. So the building is us. We come together and push out this word. That's just the spiritual building. It's a spiritual temple this time. All right.
Okay, I got this is Acts chapter 7 and verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
It's all good. Yeah, so we gonna well, yeah, it's brother brought it out. You know, the Most High. Read that again. No, hold on. Read it, brother.
This is Acts 7 and 48. It says, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
Go ahead.
It says, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me?
Right. So yeah, the Most High started it off that in that order, but that was a symbol of something spiritual that was gonna happen down the line. What it was a symbol of the Most High, which was gonna set up some spiritual down the line through His Son, Yahweh. All right, sending up spiritual sacrifices and us being the spiritual temple. All right. And you got that, I know. Well, you can bring that out, but also get one Peter.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, starting at verse 21. And whom all the building fitly framed together, growing into an holy temple in the Lord, and whom ye also are building together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit.
What's the verse that you above that saying? From where you started?
Okay, yeah, so verse 19 says, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints.
Right. No, who is this epistle written to? It's written to the church of Ephesus, which were Israelites in a Gentile state of mind. Or coming out of coming out of a Gentile state of mind. Okay? They heard the word and believed, and now it's coming into the fold of this knowledge with the Apostle Paul and others. All right? So Israelites, not dealing with other nations. All right? And you can go ahead.
Right, it says, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of Yahweh, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. It says that Yahweh Shai, the anointed himself, being the chief cornerstone.
That's right, because it's all about the prophets right now, as far as the Most High building up the kingdom, starting with the leadership. And that 144,000, that's the prophets and teachers. All right? Men, by the way. And that's the foundation of this whole thing. Us, the prophets. The prophets scribed this, or had a scribe, and now the prophets are back breaking down these scriptures. See? Got another? Oh,
This is First Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. Ye also, as living stones, are built up a spiritual house.
See? Ye also, well, yeah, you know what started the 4, started 4.
First Peter chapter 2 and verse 4. To whom coming as unto living stones, disallowed indeed of men.
Right, this is referring to Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly knows as Jesus. Okay, he was that stone that was disallowed, meaning rejected. Go ahead.
But chosen of Yahweh and precious. Verse 5. Also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house.
Right, he also, meaning Yahweh Shai being the head or the chief cornerstone, and then other stones as well, make up the house, spiritual house. Go ahead.
and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices.
To offer up spiritual sacrifice. We're not doing animals. We don't do animal sacrifice any longer. All right. After Yahweh was sacrificed, or he sacrificed himself, now really Yahweh, sorry, he set it all up. You know, because what did Yahweh say? He said, I come not to do my will, but my Father was sent. Okay. So at that point, there's no need to do a animal sacrifice because Yahweh fulfilled the law of sacrifice, that last and final perfect sacrifice. Now everything is spiritual. This preaching of the gospel is what it's saying is a spiritual sacrifice. It's like it's as if we're in a temple sacrificing on the altar, sacrificing different animals on the altar. Go ahead. Was it more?
No, it's more.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
To offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
That's it. So that's where the truth is gonna be out here on these streets, man. And it's a goddamn shame, but the Most High set it up this way, that it's 2023, and you still got Israelites jam packed in these haunted houses, and you got men up in there too. Mainly women is up in there, but you got simple ass ships that's still in the haunted house. Let's get Jeremiah. I want to go back to Proverbs, but before that, let's get Jeremiah 5:7.
So Jeremiah 5:7. It says, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods.
Which children? Children of Israel. That's the Heavenly Father's children. Somebody get Psalms, get Psalm 82 and 6, but the point is 7.
In Psalms chapter 82, verse 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Okay, I don't want that verse. Well, you can bring out the next verse, but that's the point is in verse 6. Read that again.
Psalms 82, verse 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Right, you're the children of the Most High. All right, go ahead.
But you shall die like men and fall like one of the princes.
Because Yahweh is the king, and starting with his son, Yahweh is the prince of peace. All right, and we are the city of peace. That's what Jerusalem is. Jerusalem. All right. Can you read that again?
It says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes.
Right, because I'm saying that Yahweh is the king, and we are the princes. The prince is the son of the king, right? And that's what Israel means. It means he's prince power, or he's the prince of God. So let's go back to not Jeremiah. Go with that. Yeah, Jeremiah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jeremiah 5.
Jeremiah 5:7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods, when I had fed them to the full.
Start off with about
All right, this is Jeremiah 5:7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had
that's the children of Israel, and that was according to the curses. That's we were gonna be into worshiping other gods. All right, scattered around the world, worshiping other gods of wood and stone, which neither us nor our fathers knew. Deuteronomy 28:64. All right, go ahead.
It says, when I had fed them to the full, they did committed adultery.
Right. So the Most High is asking, how can I pardon you for this? How can I not punish you for what you've done? Basically, the Most High said, I can't let you get off the hook for this. You know, I got to do something about it. Go ahead.
It says, and assembled themselves by troops in the holy houses.
Right. The Most High say, look, I done fed you to the full in the form of I done gave you an inheritance, and that's the best inheritance.
Right.
Because Israel at one point in time, the most valuable part of the earth. But now it's cursed as well. All right? Gave us cattle, gave us law and order, which promotes justice, peace, and prosperity. Now that sounds, that's the true that's the prosperity doctrine for your ass.
Right.
The law, statutes, and commandments cause you to prosper in life, cause you to experience peace and receive justice. See? So as long as we were to keep the laws, we were good. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Now look at the condition in the state of Israel. The worst case scenario. To where we're in the last stages of this man's kingdom. Standing. And our people are bug out more than ever. While we're getting better and we're being edified, becoming that working on being the chaste virgin to the groom, the bridegroom. Yeah, the groom. And we're the spiritual wife. Okay? But right now we're espoused. We're waiting on the marriage, meeting our Lord in the clouds. All right? What was that? That is. Yeah, and it say that they assembled themselves by the troops. This is a key indicator who the Israelites are. Because we're the ones that are jam-packing these haunted houses. And then if you go to like a suburban area, they have maybe a mega church out there, maybe a few big churches out there. You know? If you go to the inner cities and the areas, really the inner cities, and you say the areas where Jenkins living at, there's haunted houses within close proximities of each other. I mean, you're talking about within a mile, you may pass up 5 or 6 churches. Within a maybe a quarter of a mile, you may have 4 churches within a quarter of a mile. Okay.
This is Jeremiah 2:20. It says, for of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I would not transgress. When upon every high hill and
right. When did Israel say that I would not transgress? When they said all that is written in Exodus 24, starting around the 5th verse, they said all that is written in the law we shall do. So that's saying I won't break the law. I'm gonna keep it. Go ahead.
It says, when upon every hill and under every green tree thou wanderest.
Right, under every hill and every green tree, the hills represent the other nations. All right. And it says every green tree, it also represents the other nations, but it's going into the gods of the other nations. Okay, because Israel followed after the gods of the other nations. See? That's why the Most High put the other nations on top of Israel. Let me get a Psalm 105.
And I'm gonna show you too, brother.
Yeah,
The trees They also represent the groves, okay? Which is funny because you have some churches called groves. Grove, there's some grove churches.
Right,
All of the time to idolatry, man.
right.
And when you go into the haunted houses, you go in there, you see all these symbolisms and items and things, man. It's all rooted in idolatry, bro. And you try to show it to Jake, Jake gonna rebel against it, man, and say this is the house of God or Christ or whatnot, but it's not, man. Okay.
Yeah, they got you see either whether it's pictures or statue with if you in the wacky tacky Christian frame of mind, you think that's the Virgin Mary
Right.
and the baby sweet baby Jesus. All right, but really that goes all the way back to Semiramis and Tammuz. Okay, y'all celebrate Christmas, which was nothing more than idolatry. Y'all celebrate that junk right up in the haunted house. You see, y'all get into Easter, that's idolatry. Things that our people don't know it, and they don't care to know or do what's right. Okay, because in order to serve Yahweh from Yahweh side, you have to come up under discipline, and that's something that our people don't want to do. Majority anyway. Only the next people that's trying to get themselves in order to meet our Lord. What was that scripture was? Jeremiah. Yeah, go ahead. Go back to that.
All right, this is Jeremiah 2.
No, okay.
This is Jeremiah 2 and 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest.
Right, so like the brother was saying, the under every green tree is going into the different philosophies, the different idols, idolatry. They would go out into the woods and they would go worship under the grove. Okay, but where did they get the idols from? The ideologies from? From the other nations. Okay. Go ahead.
It says, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou
Right.
wanderest.
Every Jacob's all over. Our people was all over the place, worshiping with they know not what. They don't know what they worship. But they worshiping all these Jacobs in the Buddhism, Christianity, which is have you completely bugged out, which is a lot of different daughter churches under Christian, the banner of Christianity that all stem out of the mother church, which that's what the Catholic Church was called at one point, the mother church. So all these so-called denominations are just offshoots of the Roman Catholic Church.
Right. This is Isaiah chapter 65, starting at verse 2. It says, I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh not in a way that was which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts.
Right. A way that was against the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? Because what's the first commandment? What's the first commandment? Right. Well, I'm a jealous power. Exactly. Yeah. So we weren't supposed to only deal with Yahweh, and Yahweh side has always been a part of that. Okay.
Verse 3 says,
Oh, I was gonna say was, yeah, we went off. That's the first and most important law, right? And we went a whoring, worshiping other gods, being committing spiritual adultery.
and And also I said this, but with a certain other gods come different customs, right? A whole another way of life. So just by serving another God, you already got your mind away from your Yahweh, man. As the brother was mentioned, Jay get into Buddhism, then Jay started dressing like the monks and shit. You know, Jay get into Islam, he started, learning Arabic. He want to go to the Mecca and all that crap. Every time Jay take on a different God, they take on them customs, man.
Right. They all into these different Hamitic gods. Which are like we're gonna go back to that Jeremiah 5. They in the Kemet, Egyptology, Pan-Africanism, Scientology, and they got a bunch of little wayward Hamitic doctrines within that. They into the 19 keys of time. Jake is with that. Jake is in the nothing but vanity. We're gonna get that too about the I think it's in that same chapter about the cisterns that hold no water. We go ahead.
So this Isaiah 65, verse 3, it says, a people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, they sacrifice in gardens and burning incense upon altars of brick.
Right now, if we're going back into the ancient time, Jake knew that they were Israelites. Unlike with that time, like in this time period. And before, it wasn't until the Greek Empire came about, and especially during the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, and generations after that, to where we started losing our fact that we were Israelites through being Hellenized. All right, what does that mean? Speaking Greek and going into Greek practices and customs that the brother was going into. But prior to that, we always knew we were Israelites. So when Jake would go out and worship these other gods, they were doing that shit in secret and knowing that we had a law, statutes, and commandments that we're supposed to abide by or live by. You see? So they'd go out, sneak off, they go out, do their thing, and then come back amongst the people and like they were holy.
John, it says, verse 4, which remain among the graves and lodged in the and lodged in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. So, as the brother was saying, Jay would go off in secret and serve different gods, but then come back and like that's super holy. As been following the Most High from the beginning, man. And that's why the Most High God in Ezekiel chapter 8, I believe, he was giving him visions of what Jay was doing behind the walls, man. Whooping for Tammuz, serving other gods, man, being abominable, but then trying to come and they present themselves as these righteous elders, just being abominable, man.
Yeah, come and then go off, do that, then Passover come around,
Right.
keeping the Passover,
right?
Keeping the Feast of Tabernacle, so they when they would do that, the Most High would be like, man, y'all full of shit. Right. That's why he's saying that he's pissed off all the time. That's why if we can get this scripture that says, I hate your feast and your feast days. You know what I'm saying?
Amos chapter 5, verse 21.
This is why. Go ahead, brother.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
So back when when we knew we were Israelites, we know now, but the majority don't care to know. I'll put it like that. Because they'd heard about the Israelite thing, but they're out of here with all that shit. I got a life to live. Right. Read that again, not. Yeah.
And that's the land back off the scripture the brother brought out about the smoke in the nose. Like, smoke goes to your nose, like this shit burns. Like the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua wants a sweet savor. Yeah, the sweet smell, like a glorious sacrifice.
Yeah, it's also irritating too. So Lord, like, very like discussing with Jake Waits, man.
Yeah.
We discussed with Jake Waits because most of us came out of black culture, just this world overall, man. And look, we know the ins and out of how Jake get down. And so we're coming into this truth and learning about true holiness and righteousness. It's like, God damn, bro, we've been offending the Most High all our lives. And so we're trying to, well, we are repenting, all right, and coming into this thing, trying to get right with the Lord. But Jake don't care about this thing, man. You know, so the Most High God got Jake bugged out, right? Isaiah 6:9, Romans 11:7. So Jake can't even come into righteousness, bro. Niggas just gonna look Uzi first.
Right.
Yeah, he gone. He gone, bro. Yeah.
Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Right. So the point came back to me. So when they were keeping, for example, the Passover, the Most High was like, man, I despise that because y'all full of shit. Y'all wicked. Y'all keeping the Passover unworthily, like the scriptures say. They had the spirits to rid themselves of leaven because they were dealing with these other doctrines. See, that's what that leaven represent, or one spiritually represent these other doctrines, false philosophies. You know, so the Most High like, yeah, you before me, y'all probably was keeping the Passover good, and as far as the physical order of keeping it, but they wandered off in the woods worshiping these different idols. You know, go ahead.
Amos 5 and 21. I despise your feast days.
Now bring it up to date. I'm sorry. Bring it up to date. Now, Jake, in this feast days, the Most High y'all ain't keeping the Passover. You ain't keeping none of the high holy days, but y'all are keeping Christmas. They keep Christmas. Everybody get around the table and hold hands and say this hour-long prayer, and everybody else, please hurry up because I'm going to eat this ham.
Like I say, that's like the brother was saying earlier. Serve these other gods, which brings on other customs. So it makes you further and further away from the Most High. Right? So when you go to these holy houses, like Christianity, going to like we have like Christmas and stuff like that. Your mindset is on that instead of the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. And the thing is, Jake don't know the law, statutes, and commandments. None of us knew the law, statutes, and commandments. But it starts with hearing the word. You hear the word, and you say it resonates with your spirit. That means the faith is active. That's when the faith is activated, and then should be a short period of time. Then you start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments because you believe. All right, but Jake don't want to hear nothing about it. They don't want to accept the fact that they're Israelites. So if you don't accept that you're an Israelite, of course you're not going to be worried about you're not going to know. You're not going to be worried about the laws and the statutes and commandments. Go ahead,
I got that the cisterns. Just going into what we're saying. This is Jeremiah 2 and 13. It says, "For my people have committed to evil."
Let's finish up. We'll go
back to it.
Yeah, go where you started at, and we'll read into that.
Okay, well,
We didn't.
it's 12 and 20 and 13.
Oh, you were down. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
13.
Okay. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 2 and 13. It says, "For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters." What's that fountain of living waters? The law, statutes, and commandments. Whenever you serve Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, that's gonna lead you to life. But when you're in these holy houses, you're serving Caesar Borgia, okay, Jesus, that's gonna lead you to death. That's that broken cistern. It says, and hew them out cisterns, broken cisterns that hold no water. There's no life in that. That leads you to death.
Right. And these other philosophies are the broken system. All right. What's the other philosophy when you're dealing with idolatry? Our people don't know what the hell they dealing with. It sounds good to them, so they get into it. You know, and in a broken cistern, it's supposed to is a vessel to hold water for use for hydration. Okay? If it ain't holding up water, then you going and trying to you dehydrated. We are spiritually famished and dehydrated. That goes in Ezekiel the 37th chapter about the dry bones, very dry bones in the valley. Okay? Jake is spiritually dead. You need food and water to sustain life. Right? So Jake is spiritually dehydrated, and they go into these other philosophies to get drink, and they turning it all the way up, and there ain't nothing in there because it didn't leak. They keep leaking out because it's a broken system. See? So they're not getting no nourishment out of these different philosophies. You got to have this truth. That's the only thing that's gonna really fill in that void.
I got a point because on that, if the Father, I would say the other nations, God is not no living power. They know God, put it like that. So when they go over there and serve the other gods, there's no God, so really like you say, they're not getting nothing, man.
Yeah.
They're not even getting nothing from it.
That's good.
You know?
That's
So,
right.
yeah, so like the brother brought up that water, it's just going just going in and coming out. So they're not even getting dehydrated. They're not even tasting, you know. So
Exactly. That's a good point. You're doing things that are vain. It's all for nothing.
right.
You know? Jake think they really are serving and worshiping God and his son. And they so far away they have a damn clue, man.
Like, you can't tell the guy or brother Islam what's his name? Yeah, Rissa Islam. You can't tell me he's serving you how by Shemal Shai. In his mind, he's serving the Most High. But you're not, bro. Islam is trash, man.
It is.
Ain't no prophecies in Islam, bro. You can give me one prophecy out of the Quran, man. But the real, it's a watered down Bible. That's what it is, man. Okay, that these are Israelites, God, which really stands for the Roman Catholic Church. If you do your research, it's a baby church of the Roman Catholic Church.
Exactly. It's one of them daughters that we talked about.
Yeah.
It's another denomination of Christianity.
That's it.
And they think they way far away from it. That's in Islam, they think, oh, they look down on Christianity, but they can't stay out the Bible.
Right.
How that work? You don't agree with Christianity, but then you deal with the scriptures. So yeah, you got a right to not want to deal with Christianity, but you're dealing with it because you're up under that banner as well. They don't even know it. That's how bugged out Jake is, man.
And in the Quran, they tell you that Israel is God's chosen people.
Yeah, saying Israel is preferred over all
Right.
other
So
nations.
it don't make no sense about it. I won't follow religion. I'm not the chosen, but I'm just it don't make sense. I'm not thinking. It don't make sense that worship something like that.
They don't even know that stuff in there. I don't think most of them even know what's in the Quran. They probably know certain passages and they learn some Arabic. Jake don't really get serious in it. Jake don't get deep into Islam. It's only a few that so-called get deep and they way off the goddamn path. Sure. They in no man's land. All right, well, let's where we at? Okay.
This is Jeremiah 2:20.
We done with the sister and brother. Yeah, okay.
This is Jeremiah 2:20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I would not transgress.
Yeah, because the order, it happened in this order. We were delivered out of Egypt, right? Us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites. That was us back in Egypt and was delivered through the hands of Moses. The Most High used Moses, right? So we got delivered, then we got the laws. Laws in the when Moses went up on Mount Sinai. Okay? And then he come down, again, he came down for the second time. And that's when he, we ain't got to get it, but he went and went through the ceremony to substantiate the covenant, the first covenant. All right? We spiritually signed the contract. It was we agreed as we were all bloody. The altar was bloody. The people was bloody. Blood was every, it was made official through a blood sacrifice. That's how the law was made official. I'm sorry, the covenant was made official. All right, and then we agreed to it, and that was that.
Like a marriage. So you go in, if you're a marriage chamber, you pop that virgin and a token of virginity. That hey, look, okay, cool. So it was a virgin. All right, that's it. Now, man, they were consummated the marriage, man. With that act of sex,
Yeah.
the cut.
Yeah, so that's 6.
Yep. So the same thing with us, so that a covenant that was made with us, man. The Most High, okay, cut. Okay, you agree? They said, yeah. All right, blood is it. So they couldn't pull back from what they said, man.
All right, that's so. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
Right, that's that wild olive tree you read about in Romans 11. Okay, because we got into these other philosophies straight away from the law. And that philosophy, God, there's a God at the head of the philosophy. All right, and that pissed the Most High off. But read that last part again.
It says, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
All right, so that's how. Instead of being that holy, right seed, Israel became a corrupted seed through transgression through sin. All right, more and more.
It says, for though thou wash thee with nitre, and take thee but soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me.
It can't physically wash away the transgression. We're gonna need only way we're gonna get that is through the Yahweh.
This Hosea chapter 4, starting at verse 11. It says, water and wine and new wine take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stops, and their staff declare unto them, for the spirit of waters has caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God. So it says wine, waters, and new wine take away the heart, meaning the mind. So as bringing going into those new philosophies and doctrines, take mind away, man. And they go a whoring from serving the Most High. But see, in this time, Jake never knew Yahweh. So from birth, Jake been serving idols, man. Shit, all of us pretty much, But through hearing the word, we changed our lives. But Jake don't want no part of this, man. Jake too busy trying to get get the bag, man.
Right. The time is coming, but Jake is gonna want to be he gonna want to get with the program.
Right.
It's gonna be too late. That's why we out here. Go ahead, brother.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, in the invention of them that corruption of life.
See, so when we go off and worship these other gods, that's equated to committing adultery on the Heavenly Father, because the Most High looks at Israel as let's get that Jeremiah 62, as this beautiful woman spiritually. And why is that? Because the same way that the woman is the glory of the man, the Most High looks at us in that capacity.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Right. So the Most High is words it this way, so you can understand the potency of his love for us. Same way we get into a woman and we love a woman is how the Most High is. That's the same way the Most High is into us. The same way we feel about if your woman sleep around on you, that's how it'll drive you to the point you're ready to slaughter. That's how the Most High feels when we go off. And that's why he has slaughtered us and trodden us down and let the other nations have their way with us. Punishment.
Said it earlier. He's for jealous power. You don't want Jake. You don't want no Israelite to be in a jealous rage. Like nobody wants to see that.
Right.
Especially your house.
Hey, and one of them, I forget what verse we read, but it said he did it continually to his face.
Right.
That's just like, your woman saying, you know what? F you, I'm fucking Tyrone anyway.
Right.
You come in, y'all get in an argument, you beat her ass, and the next day come around, you come home, she in the living room, legs wide open. That's how the Most High is catching Israel. You see, I'm doing it anyway. And then, you see what I'm saying? Then you get your ass, then we get our ass, we've been getting our ass, we continue. That time is just about up. The Most High is about to set the nation of Israel in order. When he set the nation of Israel in order, starting with the elect. So when the kingdom is here, the entire nation is going to be perfect with a new covenant. Did we finish any scripture that we had finished? I don't think we was done in, we done in Jeremiah 5. You got something?
Come on,
All right, I want to go back to probably.
come. This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another's man, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Right, that man is gonna be like, nah, I can't deal with her no more. She been with one other man. Right. Woo. Just one. So if one man greatly pollute a woman, all right, what about 50? 100, 150? Who knows? In today's time. There was one, and there was one woman, she wasn't well, from appearance, she didn't look like a Jake woman. She looked like an Edomite. She said for her 40th, 50th birthday, I forget which one it was. And she in one day she had sex for 40 minutes. That's what she wanted. That was her birthday gift. And that's what these women is doing, shit like that. Maybe not 40 in a day, but probably in a couple of weeks.
I heard a chick say that she slept with over 500 men. She said that her friends, she said, all my friends have slept with more than 50 men. So just hearing that gives you an insight on how low things have gotten here in Babylon and morally, okay? And look, she was about 25, bro. Her friends, 20, 19. Got 50 bodies already. Right. So one man from a woman, 50 men, you can be dead somewhere.
Right. So Israel should be dead.
Right.
Israel should be dead.
Right.
But the Most High made a promise.
Right.
Yahweh took on the death. So which that was the penalty set against us. He took on the death for Israel. Instead of us being taken out, he was the sacrifice for our sins. Now you had more than hope. That was okay.
I'll finish it out. It says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
Yeah, Israel has played the harlot. So the Most High started off using Jeremiah using the analogy of a woman equating her to land. All right. If she go off and just mess with one man, and she's greatly polluted. They say, but Israel has went and played the harlot with every goddamn body, with all these other items. Go ahead, brother.
It says, yet return again to me, said the Lord Yahweh.
And yeah, that's what we out here saying.
Right.
We return, and we trying to endure to the end. That's our prayers and hopes, is to endure and make it to the end of this thing, man. To the end of our faith. Let's get that First Peter, the first chapter, and we can start maybe around. You know what? Hold that. Let's go back to. We make it there. Let's go back to Proverbs. Okay. Yeah.
This Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 21, it says, she cried in the chief place of concourse and the openings of the gates and the city, she uttered her words, saying.
Right. Wisdom. And it's not wisdom like it's a cloud of smoke hovering around the world. Clouds of smoke hovering around the world, shouting at his wisdom in the clouds, yelling at people. You know, it's coming through the prophets, through the mouth of the prophets, from the mouth of the prophets. Go ahead.
It says, how long, ye simple ones, will you learn simplicity?
Right, because our people are simple as hell, man. To be into the madness that they into. And we was once simple. I believe it's in Proverbs. It talks about training the heart of the simple, wise, something to that effect.
Like the Proverbs 1.
Yeah, got it.
Yes,
I mean,
Proverbs 1 and 4 gets to the point. It says, to give subtlety to the simple and to the young man knowledge and discretion.
yeah, subtlety goes back to the word subtile, which means sub means under and tile means under the tile or under the web. Being able to maneuver through the web without getting caught up in it. You gotta have that represent wisdom. Like spiders, they produce a little oily substance on their legs so that they can walk on the web without getting caught on it. But other insects and whatnot, they get caught up, they come in contact with the web, they get caught up in it. That's why it talks about it in the book of Genesis, I think the 3rd chapter, about the beast, the serpent in the garden was the most subtile beast of the field, meaning wise. He had the wisdom. Okay? Read that again, not done.
121.
The one that you just said.
Okay. Proverbs 1 and verse 4. To give subtlety to the simple and to the young man knowledge and discretion.
Yeah. So the truth gives us this. All right. So we came out of a simple state of mind because it's really living in this westernized way of life. It teaches you to just be simple. You don't develop a sense of work hard. All right, to think. At one point in time, even though Jake was all over the place, you know, we wasn't in the worse of a condition as we are in the tail end of the last days. You know, we was all it's simple. You go to work, you got a job, come home, watch Netflix, eat some fast food or some pizza, play games, go to sleep, and do it all over again. Go out on the weekend and party and bullshit, go back to work, do it all over again. Worship these stupid, silly holidays that's about nothing, so-called holidays. All right, and men and adults participate in this shit. That's what's silly.
Like Halloween, for example. Like you see way more adults dressing up and going all out for Halloween.
Yeah, they have Halloween parties where adults is getting dressed in costumes. They're looking ridiculous, man. What you gonna be for Halloween? God got a grown ass man on Christmas time with a goddamn Santa Claus hat on, walking around with a Santa Claus hat on with a bottle of gin in his hand. See what I'm saying? Wearing that Easter suit. Even you a big old man, you got a yellow or green suit on. What's that got to do with the Lord rising after the third day? Just silly as can be. Turning this wisdom turns us away from that. Back to what makes sense. The law, statutes, and commandments make sense. It makes you wise. It teaches you how to live in harmony on this earth. You know? Teaching you how to be a man, how to be a woman. All right? How to keep your moral standard up there, high. So forth and so on. The laws give substance to our high holidays. Meaning our high holidays is about something. It has true, rich meaning to it. So that we're not just, and Jake don't believe in none of this shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jake don't really, on Christmas, Jake is not really thinking about the birth of who the world equally called Jesus. They're not thinking about it. They're thinking about, is my baby gonna like the present I got her? Having eaten up all that damn food, being full of pies and cake, being full of mirth, though we're in these horrible conditions under the curses. There's nothing to celebrate. We should be mourning. All right, let's go back to what we were saying.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning?
All right, stop right there. Get Isaiah 6 and 12.
Isaiah 6 and 12. It says, and Yahweh have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land.
Verse 10 say? No, what verse 10 say? All right, what verse? Read it 11.
It said, read it back. This is Isaiah 6 and 11. Then said, I, Lord, how long? And he answered.
So now we may go back to prior to that. This is when Yahweh had a council in the spiritual realm, asking who was gonna go and be a blinding spirit onto Israel for me. In a nutshell. And the angel said, hey, all right, send me. Right? And then the angel was asking how long? Or I'm not sure if it's the angel or if it's Jeremiah. I mean, not Jeremiah, Isaiah. I asked him, how long? How long are they going to be in this stupefied, blind state? Go ahead, brother.
He said, and he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant.
Right, so basically Jacob's going to be bugged out. The majority of our people are going to be bugged out until Esau's kingdom is destroyed, until this place goes up in flames, or really in smoke. That destroying wind that's going to destroy this place, all right, thermonuclear warheads. That's how long. So it ain't, there's no curing the majority. It's only a healing for the remnant, which the remnant is really we represent the nation. Lord willing, we have that number. The rest of Israel got to get cut off and come back and be born in righteousness. What we live? Okay, yeah, finish over.
It says, in the houses without man, in the land be utterly desolate.
So go back.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
We just answered to the scriptures.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
See that? They hate they hate this knowledge. But it tells us in Jeremiah 4:22 that our people are wise to do evil. So when it comes to going out, plotting and scheming, what Jacob means, supplanter, right? So when it comes to plotting and scheming and getting over and doing wicked shit, Jacob's experts. They can come up with an excellent plan on robbing a bank. Not these days because of the technology, you know. But Jacob's knocking over ATM.
Right. Yes, sir.
Jacob's doing that's a new thing. The laws that got caught on to it. So, but yeah, when it comes to selling drugs, they can sit down and plan out how to start off. And they got a saying, some crumbs to bricks. Start off right here and then work my way up till I'm a big time dope boy. And them that all that shit is done.
It's done. Like,
It's over with. I show you that the American way is over, which is nothing but wickedness and debt. Everything is geared towards doing wicked things, which cause you to die. Okay,
done. It says, verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold,
yeah, turn you at my reproof. Where's the reproof coming from? Reproof goes in correction. You're doing things the wrong way out here. If you don't know, now you know. The Most High is sending out the prophets. You know, the word had already went out. So Israel has heard this word, especially after Kanye West in his episode that he put out there, episodes that he, displayed to the world. Kyrie Irving, okay, as well as other entertainers. Kendrick Lamar, Kodak Black, Chingy. And it's the entertainment world know about it. What they guy Vocab Malone say? He said he found out that the NFL in particular is a breeding ground for Hebrew Israelism. So that means it's all this Hebrew Israelite thing that spread like wildfires through the whole planet, man. And some people just ignore stupid shit. That's that niggas. Now these niggas, these stupid niggas got there say they preaching the Bible, cussing, wearing dresses, or whatever the crazy shit that's going through that goes through their mind. Yeah, go ahead, man.
it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold,
They don't want to turn that. They don't want to be correct. Let's get the world famous John the 3rd chapter. We can start at verse 16. But you can finish over here.
right, it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Right. Sending out the prophet real quick in Jeremiah 15. And this is how it's going to happen. This is how it has happened. This is how it's happening. Not how it's going to happen as if, the process had started. Right?
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Or in other words, pour out his spirit onto you. Through setting up his pastors to feed the people with knowledge, or the Israelite people with knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? And we know only ones that may be of the elect are going to get it. You go back to Proverbs.
Yeah, y'all know this, brother. Yeah, man, through the preaching of the gospel. Just how Peter did with Cornelius, man. Through whom preaching, bro, the Holy Spirit fell on them men. Why could they believe the word, man? So the same thing with us, bro. We preach the gospel. And those who are of the elect, or potentially, they don't hear it and get it, man.
Right.
But 2/3 gonna despise it every time. And there's still a lot, on this side. But we're doing it in hopes to gather the Lord's elect, man.
Right.
You know?
That's it.
So,
Any more on it?
wow,
Yeah.
that was it.
About laughing at their calamity and all that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I want to.
okay, yeah. I'll get back to that part. Yeah, Proverbs.
Yeah.
Okay. Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye refuse.
Hey, church. Because I have called. Yeah. Church is happening, and Jacob's not coming to the gathering. Right? They not dancing to the tune. All right? Piping, we the children in the marketplace, piping on top pillows, and they not dancing to the tune. They dancing to Esau's wicked ass vibration. They on Esau's frequency.
Zechariah chapter 7. There we go, yeah. Zechariah 7, again to the point, verse 11, it says, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear.
It's right here.
That's right. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got time for that. I ain't got time for that, yeah. It says, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone. Lest they
Meaning, mind hard hit. They ain't talking about the actual physical hardness of your damn skull, our skull, even though they got some hard ass head.
Right.
He's talking about their mind set against the Yahweh shot. Okay, against the wisdom of these scriptures.
Right. And look, you can't penetrate an adamant stone. So the word not penetrating Jake's mind.
Right.
It's an adamant stone.
Yeah, it's a hard mind.
Yes, sir. It says, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law, and the words of Yahweh of hosts has sent in his spirit by the form of prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from Yahweh of hosts.
And the Most High sent in the spirit through the form of prophets.
Right. Sure. So back in Proverbs, it says, because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Hey, this is the little Boosie Badass put it out there for y'all. He put the sentiment out there. If he's hungry, it ain't nothing to eat but pork. He gonna eat that pork.
Right.
If the Most High got something to say about it, he gonna flip the bitch.
Right.
Flip out whatever. Yeah, something to that effect. That's what he said. Well, that's the nature of Jake. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if you got a problem with it, fuck you.
Right.
Jake is telling the Most High, fuck you, to his face. And Jake, and the thing about it is, yeah, the law in its entirety, all the details, and yeah, Jake don't know that, but then they do know some of the laws by nature, right? The scripture talk about that. But they know it's wrong to commit adultery. And at some point, when you gonna fucking wake up and say this pork is destroying us, it gotta be. This soul food is not working for the family. Everybody's fat. They don't. It just has shit is just happening. Huh? Yeah, there's no reasoning behind it. Things is we just having to go to the doctor, to the hospital to get these drugs just because. No, the dietary law not being implemented is a problem. You know, just using that as an example. You know, but Jake don't care about even eating healthy. You know? They know it's wrong to murder. And murder is unjustifiable killing. Because you can kill if it's justifiable, but if it's not, you ain't got no reason to kill a person, then that's murder. So Jake could go because we gonna get that nigga shoes.
Right.
They can take your life behind a pair of shoes. They'll come in your house, we ain't gonna hurt nobody. See, they make a move, or fuck it, they might just go in there and kill somebody, do a robbery. You know, oh, Jake can do with the gangs, especially on the West Coast with the drive-bys. I don't know if they're doing that shit no more, but at one point in time, Jake was driving, doing drive-bys. fuck his grandma get hit, grandpa, you know, children, and murder. That's murder.
It's a manhunt, but take right now, just look at his neighbor house, he killed 5 people. It was total 10, but he killed 5. The other was 8. They got a big man. So, they can protect the
Only Lord knows why the reason of this bug got lined why he been getting man been for who knows.
You know, when they told him to stop shooting his gun, yard, and then you got an attitude. Yeah, they say just stop. Like, try to ball, I believe like back in the head, all of them. Child, yeah.
Judge me. That's called.
Jay crazy as hell, man. But I remember a couple years ago, man. I took an Eve out to eat for breakfast, brother. And I kid you not, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. They had shrimp on the list. Eve ordered fucking shrimp, bro, for breakfast, shrimp and eggs. And sat there and ate that shit, bro.
Shrimp and grease.
And grits, right? Yeah.
Right.
Boy, shrimp and catfish, shrimp and grits, like for breakfast, that's some shit that they like.
Yeah.
Right.
And then land time, yeah,
Every time.
it ain't happen no more. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that shit, I like you already early in the morning, you eat a whole big thing of fucking shrimp and grits and pancakes. Oh, we did good. Just smacking her mouth, shit was spicy as hell. I don't know, man. I people messed up inside, man.
like to have it in your house, man.
Right.
What is that about we did with that? It's like staying in witchcraft.
Right.
Sure. The nation of witches.
Yeah.
The most rebellious the most rebellious people on the planet Earth.
Yes, sir. Hands down.
All right.
Right. It says, verse 25, but ye have sat at not all my counsel.
Right. So where did the council start at? The words. And the prophets are just bringing out and breaking down the word. Okay. So this is the counsel right here. The counsel of the Lord is the scriptures. And ultimately it's the prophets. The prophets, the words of the prophets is really the words of Yahweh outside. So Jake want to get marriage counseling, and there always something going on with the women. She needs therapy.
Something pushing that shit.
Yeah, he was pushing that old bullshit. And he didn't know. I gotta justify what the hell he was saying, but the true therapy and counsel comes right here. All you got to do what? Following what this book says. To the best of your ability. Women out there, your therapy is Proverbs 31.
Right.
And second Timothy 2:9, or the 1 Timothy 2:9. Right. Dress, cover your ass up, cover your head up, be mild-mannered and soft-spoken, and eat right so you don't get fat.
Right. Yeah, Titus chapter 3, man. All right, I've been a keeper at home. Okay, raising your children, loving your husband.
Right.
That's your role, man. But some way, somehow, in Eve's mind, she's a prophetess. She was able to teach the word, man. And look, bro, they got a whole group on our Facebook, man, where you got a bunch of Israelite women, who call themselves prophetess, who be prophesying some kind. Ain't on Instagram.
Probably don't be going way long.
And these women got husbands. We showed that these other counts, look, man, look, he got all the way down, bro. But for that woman, Jacob been the doctrine, man.
Right. So they don't lose a woman. When the scripture talk about, man, you got to be in the mindset that this truth comes above everything, and you may lose that. Well, at one point in time, we're gonna lose everything.
Exactly.
You don't have a wife. Well, we've already lost. Let me say it right. Right. Even the brothers that got wives, all right. Paul said, those that have wives, be of those you have no wife. Exactly. And then really, we don't have a wife, man. The truth about it is, they done laid down with other men prior to being with us. So we really ain't gonna experience really having a woman into the kingdom come, man. A servant that enjoys it, and then in the kingdom, they ain't gonna have to serve. They gonna have servants and handmaids. Check that out. But they serve it to the man that's gonna be in order. They're not gonna have to cook and clean and plant gardens and shit like that.
Yeah, when that Isaiah 4:1 kick in, you gotta learn on this side to get right, man. So
They'll be doing something then.
oh yeah. As it says, to take away my reproach. And there could be, a slew of things, man. Food, water, clothing, housing, even pregnancy, what it was, John the Baptist's mother. She said, the Lord took away her reproach because at first she couldn't get pregnant. Then she got, pregnant, man. So that could be, something for a sister too. And I remember who that was, Apostle Hart went into that.
Yeah. One woman should be saved in childbirth.
Right.
If they continue in sobriety.
Right. Yeah. By the time Isaiah 4:1 kick in, yeah, we're gonna be right. Yeah, it will be right. Yeah.
It's gonna cause them to get right.
Exactly, yeah. Because the way the word gonna be, they will automatically revert back to that gender role of look, I'm under this man.
Only if I could be called by your name.
Exactly.
And what's our name? It ain't just whatever a brother's particular name is. Hebrew Israelites, from our perspective, tribe first and foremost. So yes, they mean, oh, we are the.
Exactly. Yeah. When we wash our clothes. Yeah.
Shit, it's gonna be bad out here. I'm gonna look at it in that time. No, that's why they gonna get their mind right, because women respect power. And it ain't gonna be Esau's power is gonna be done. You ain't gonna be able to suck the teeth from this man's system no more. Right?
And the Most High's been showing that too, just like on the brink of World War III, when that started breaking out, you have women like, I'm not a feminist no more. I'm gonna get back in the kitchen. Like, nah, you want to be equal. You got to get out there in the playing field, because Esau is definitely he's gonna send y'all out there too. Y'all gonna be in the front lines too, whether you're scared or not. He don't care. He just needs a bunch of puns, a bunch of bodies to be out there. That's right.
Yeah, because the sacrifice is gonna be great, not only in Basra, but over in the Valley of Jehoshaphat as well.
Sure.
Valley of Jehoshaphat.
It's like I was saying, the bow's gonna be the most likely.
Yeah, the bowels will get home.
They fuck.
Because Proverbs chapter 1, verse 25, it says, but ye have said not all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity.
Right, so it's gonna be funny.
Right.
To the Most High, to the angels, to us. When Jake is catching hell, yeah, y'all didn't want to get yourself together, that's just how the Most High set it up. Sorry.
It's gonna be funny seeing Eve without that weave, without these lashes and these nails. That's very small. Yeah, no makeup. That shit is gonna be funny.
Right.
We get to see the real you.
Right. And that day, man, the men of the Lord gonna be honored for their spirits, man. Right. The Lord said that will make a man more
fine gold.
Fine gold, right? Yeah, man. So men of the Lord gonna be honored for their spirit, man, because they're gonna know that day that look, this is a man of the Lord.
Right.
They're gonna fucking know through the spirit, man. Not because we got, $1 million, or some fancy cars, a house. It's gonna be because of our spirits, man.
Right. And then the scriptures talk about when the enemy come in after flood.
Right.
Man, brothers, seven men gonna be getting power. All right. And then shit, death not gonna be coming upon the elect. So they were like, well, shit, what these men ain't being touched. Right. These guys must be something up with these men.
Right.
Oh yeah. Psalm 110, thy people should be willing to bear thy power.
Right.
Yeah. Be willing to get down there. But for some of them, it's gonna be too late, man.
And then just for like you mentioned, the truth sake. And then with them, I want to be with the man that was know this gospel and ain't being touched.
Sure.
Some brothers are gonna have to be martyrs for Yahweh Shai, get their head chopped off or whatever it may be. But that's majority of the elect is gonna be good. Go ahead, brother.
It says,
hey, and they gonna be good anyway. Ones that die in the Lord are gonna be good they gonna be good as well. I'm just saying, we're not gonna be, You're not gonna get us this time, Esau. You're not gonna put all the prophets to death, or a lot of prophets to death.
You're gonna burn the temple down this time. Because it's
Right.
spiritual.
That's right.
Yep. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish comes upon you.
Right. We in the beginning of sorrow. Sure. Because people are in a bad case. But the weekend coming, I got $2 in my pocket. They still got hope they can go out here and have and escape the hell. Hey, you would be surprised. It's a world economic crisis. And let's just deal with here in Babylon the Great. You still got people that are going out, going about the society like nothing's going on. I mean, the shit is happening right now.
Right.
World economy is stepped up. The inflation is only getting worse. All right. Banking system is shattered. All right. No morals. We're on the brink of the third world war is brewing. You know, before you get all the flavors of the stew get all come together and the food get all the way cooked. The pot just got put on. That old pot is just coming to a little simmer right now. And all the ingredients is pretty much is there, but we're just heating up. Man. Right? And then this we about the CBDC.
Sure.
It's here. They about to roll that out. Okay? So the last prophecies is now they not knocking on the door. What's them damn things that the police use to bust
Battering ram.
Yeah, battle ram. That's what's going on with the last prophecy. It's busting at the door.
Sure. Yeah, brother. Yeah, it's good. No, go ahead.
Oh, all the way, all the way. Yeah. The company I work for, yeah, the company I work for, they plan is to be start right now, but to be all the way cashless in a few months.
Well, yeah. When it's bad now, these banks, man, you see, the CBDC things speed up rapidly.
Right.
Okay, because with Fed now, you can pay your bills with it and buy other commodities, man. Now with Cash App and everything, you can pay your bills with it, as in going, through Cash App. And
Right,
then,
right.
You can't. But with the Fed now, you can do that, man. Go read about it. You can pay your bills with that thing, man, and it'll all be, all of it will be, documented to the Federal Reserve, man. So this thing is being set up, bro.
Yeah. And as we get into the length of time with the which it ain't gonna be that long of this CBDC worldwide,
right?
The world economy is gonna be getting worse. It's not like when they switch over home, voila, things are gonna be getting better. More people are gonna be getting laid off, more businesses are gonna be going under, more white collar jobs are gonna be taken. And the trickle down effect is gonna start happening from there. All right. Food prices are gonna continue to go up. Yeah, one of these days, gas prices are gonna shoot up beyond this $3 to $4 average, or whatever it's at. I like 3 something down here in the southern states, and probably more like $5 on the west coast. And I'm not sure about the east coast, but gas is gonna go up. Insurances, more taxes are gonna come about in the form of however they come. All right, and then we went and got accustomed to this digital, but to put the icing on the cake through conveniency, security, all right, and selling people through security and convenience, that's they're gonna bring in the MOTB. The MOTB is gonna be sold under security, so that nobody can. Because I guarantee you, it'd probably be and I'm just me speaking as a man. They're gonna push the cyber attacks and people being able to hack.
Oh yeah.
With CBDC setup. But if we come with the MOTB, it's gonna keep everybody secure.
Back in January, at the World Economic Forum, they came out and said that we are expecting a cyber attack in the next 2 years.
Yeah. So
they already letting you know. Just like this a pandemic, man. They came out and they did, they had a meeting and then they showed a video of that C-19, and then lo and behold, January, what was like February, right, yeah. Came with it. But they told you before they won't do it. That's them so-called prophesying, man. So year what 2025?
Predictive program.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So it's a documentary you came out about the power grid. How vulnerable our power grid is. Anything can happen to knock it out throughout the whole country. So, like you say, program folks, the program, they'll go ahead, what they gonna do, the blackouts and all.
And then it's convenience. Watch, it's gonna be big time convenience. All live and all the entertainers and people that got a voice are gonna be promoting this shit. Just like these entertainers did with the jazz. Yeah.
This Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, in the GNT version of the Bible, right? The Good News translation, it says, the beast forced all the people, small and great, rich and poor, slave and free, to have a mark placed on their right hands or on their foreheads. No one could buy or sell without this mark. That is the beast's name or the number that stands for the name. So this is telling you that you cannot buy and sell without this mark, man. What is that mark? That seal, okay? And we hear Great Millstones out with the apostle been teaching for years about this thing, man. But then you got other camps still mocking, still scoffing, bro. In these coming months, you're gonna have to do a lot of explaining, man. Because this thing is coming fast, bro.
Right.
If you're paying attention to the information, to the news, to the banking system, okay, so these global meetings, they're talking about this thing, man. Over 141 countries are piloting a CBDC. This is not a joke, brothers. Before you know it, there will be no more cash, man. Inside of the
central banks.
Yeah, the central bank.
Federal Reserve.
Right, over inside of Nigeria, I think, or Ghana. But in Nigeria, they have already launched that CBDC, man. And they only can pull out like $40 out of the ATM machine, huh?
It's like $44.
Yeah.
But they can only live off, all you need is $40. So what they're doing is they're condensing how much you can spend. They're getting close to that line. Like,
right.
So you can only pull $44 out, but 40 is all you need for the day. So
right, and in the UK, you can't spend. I mean, you can't use cash over $1,000. If so, you'll be fined or jailed for using over $1,000 in cash in the UK right now, bro. That same sentiment coming to Babylon the Great, and they're gonna mess up a lot of people's minds here, man. Because we use the so-called, financial freedom, and they use our dollar how you want to use our dollar. That's gonna change, man.
Yeah, and at least even though most people really is using the economy in a digital form,
right?
The cards and the phone and watches and all this stuff. Oh, I don't know. Y'all probably may know. You make paper with the watch. I don't know, but some people are accustomed to it. But people like to have the liberty to go if they want to deal with cash, to go and get cash. And then people, when they do got cash on them, they just feel better. It's a different feeling from having an actual $10,000 in your pocket. So I don't know how that feels, but I can imagine. If you got 5,000 and you say you got, let me go along. You got $1,000 and you got $1,000 cash versus you look on your bank your bank account, you got $1,000 in there. It's a different feeling. You pull out the card. So if I'm at the bar, right? I'm at the bar. This brother at the bar, and I got $1,000 on. And I'm at the bar. And I got my $1,000. I pull my $1,000 out, and they see me with the $1,000. I mean more than this man that got the card, and he gave me the card. And if she to make the payment, you got to put his signature on that paper. So psychologically, I'm bringing that out to show that psychologically, this green piece of paper, Federal Reserve note, has messed the mind. That concept has messed the minds of the people up, especially Jake. Jake loves it. It may not affect Esau as much, but Jake putting stacks up to their ears, holding it from here to here and that, and money and shit. Floyd Mayweather like to count out billions of dollars on camera. Why because you notice he got more in his account than he's showing you in that room or wherever he be at. You see? But he's not saying, look, I got so many millions of whatever he got in my account. He's showing you the actual Federal Reserve notes because of the psyche behind it.
That's more than 500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Jake ain't holding a black card to
Right,
their videos.
yeah. No, sir. Yeah. Since I want to say though, yeah, but with that CBDC, man, that money is programmable, but you gotta have it in mind. This money is programmable, so they can program your money only to buy certain items, man.
Exactly.
That's total control.
Right.
If you go to the store, right, with this, a carbon footprint thing, and they're doing this out in New York right now, checking your carbon footprint. If you go to the store and you buy X amount, of a dairy and meat, okay, this brother has bought an X amount of, meat and dairy. So he's gonna program your money to next time you go to the store, you can't buy no dairy or meat. Buy you some damn cricket powder. Right, or some grasshoppers. Yeah.
Hey,
it sounds funny.
We already seen the example of that through the EBT.
Yeah.
EBT can only purchase certain things. Yeah. Like you can't purchase hot food. So if you swap EBT, you got hot food, cooked food or whatever that's hot. You can't buy it. If you you can't buy toilet paper and household products and shit. Only food. So the concept, we've seen it already. That's what digital money. You can't go and withdraw cash for the EBT. It's pretty much just digital money.
Right. EBT used to be paper money, then they switched over to the card, like the brother going.
Right. Didn't someone get weak? You only get certain products.
Exactly. And it's digital money. It's basically digital money because it only exists inside of the digital system.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can't go withdraw nothing physical that represent what's on the card.
Right. Yeah, I will say, and also with the CBDC, man, once this thing is fully implemented, ain't no more withdrawing cash. Because the CBDC is not cash, it's digital. So you can't just go to the bank and say, give me X amount of dollars for this CBDC. No, you can't do that, man. It's all programmable, bro. That's gonna real deal change life as we know it.
Right.
And if you can control a person's money, his dollar, you can control his life, man. This world is ran off money. Okay.
That's why M. Bauer made the statement.
Right.
I care not who make the laws. Give me control of a nation's money.
Right.
Or give me control of a nation's money. I care not who writes the laws.
Right.
Because by default, whoever controls the money controls the direction of law.
Yep.
The economy, everything.
Big brother's watching, so big brother control.
Yeah, well, for absolute control, they got control. They want to be. Let's get Isaiah 47 or 14. One of the scriptures that talk about Esau saying, "I am."
Right.
I will be like the Most High.
Come on. This Isaiah 47 in verse 7. It says, "And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou dost not lay these things in thy heart, neither didst remember the matter of it."
Right. Esau is on the road to setting up his NWO.
Mm-hmm.
right? And he's committed all kind of abominations and wicked acts to do so. And he ain't setting it to mind that you don't have to pay for this shit. You're not getting off the hook. But Esau is convinced that I can win this battle. I know the Most High is gonna try to stop me. That's why he got his Space Force. But we got something for him when he show up in the form of the son. Esau think shit.
Right.
Esau say shit. There's a God he can't take on me.
Right.
I got technology. That's what Noah Harari was saying. Right. We don't need God no more. Like, we can create water and all these other things, but he don't have the mental capacity of who gave you the spirit to do those things.
Yeah, that's why the scripture saying Habakkuk's spirit or the soul which is in him is not upright.
And he gets in the strong just like the Heavenly Father got 2/3 and that's strong with the illusion, you got Esau also. I didn't think like that.
I said, Job, they, the deceived and the deceived. Job 12 and that.
This is Psalm chapter 64 and verse 4 inside of the GMT version of the Bible. It says, they destroy good people with cowardly splendor. They encourage each other in their evil plots. They talk about where they will place their traps. No one can see them, they say.
See that this is how Esau set up his illusion of a glorious kingdom. Right? Through setting up traps, setting wickedness in motion.
It says, no one can see them, they say. They make evil plans and say, we have planned a perfect crime.
Right, because it's a wicked act to number the people. And having everybody see him on the earth is you getting the absolute census on the planet Earth.
Right.
All right? What happened with King David conquering Israel? Most High dealt with the nation. Punished King David for slaughtering Israel, Israelites. So Esau is trying to play the Most High on the planet Earth. You know? Oh, he's breaking the law. We're not supposed to get nothing cut into our flesh. We're not supposed to cut on the flesh, period. Esau with his see here, which is really the Most High's, you want to make everybody transgress. Just some prime examples, you know.
Right. As it says, we have planned a perfect crime. This fourth industrial revolution in Esau's mind, that's a perfect system. Because in there you got what you got? You got 15-minute cities, you know, social credit scores, CBDCs. All these things are within that plan, man, to put you in submission. Basically, to get you to go after his image, as it says. Right? The beast in his image. When you take on that seat here, you're saying, I'm down with your image.
Yeah. System.
Right.
Which is basically Rome 2.0.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? Sure. It's more than
Live. That.
29.
Yeah. Verse 8, it says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly.
See, that's the sentiment of this place. Don't worry about that. Just live life. Be in that old it got it. You can use it as a positive light or a negative light. You got to be in that old Bob Ross. They push that old Bob Ross spirit, man.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just let it flow. Exactly. Let it happen. Get your pick.
Right. Mistakes make happy accidents.
Yeah.
Happy accidents in Babylon, bro.
Got it.
Bob Ross, man. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures.
Oh, and that's what also that's what they put. It's just to live life. You only live once, so live life. Do whatever please. Because everybody, people are not thinking about, man, yeah, people are thinking about I gotta go to work, but it's a burden onto them. People don't even most people don't even enjoy their family. Yeah, I'm gonna be around family today. You know what I'm saying? They also, especially with Israel, they talking shit against their family.
Right.
So the only idea that they have that's going to alleviate the stress and the oppression is pleasure.
Right.
Jake is looking to be pleased at all times. You got nothing but women walking around here because even Jake is a bunch of simps and wimps walking around. Really, we women are more masculine than men these days. Jeremiah 30:31. I've seen a new thing in the earth. A woman shall surpass a man. It really means women ruling over men. Seizing men or leading men.
I can make a quick point to land back on what the brother was saying when they had the pandemic, when people were staying at home. You see online, people was happy, but then real soon the domestic disputes increased. Like they went way out the window.
Yeah.
Just to go to what the brother said. Yeah, they didn't like their family. Like they didn't want to be at work, so they was happy. But now they got to be around their family, so they mad as hell, and they got to take their anger out on their family.
And they couldn't get out and enjoy these pleasures. They like to woman like to go to brunch.
Yeah.
They want to go to breakfast, right? Then brunch, then lunch, then a snack, and drinks. Oh, they drinking the whole goddamn time.
The whole time.
Drunker than men. These females get drunker than men. I seen watching a video on Vice TV about inmates doing all this time in federal prison, and this one man committed a murder. He did 35 years. Somehow he was granted parole, and they let him work for the prison as to lead a program a program called No Reentry, basically helping out the young men in prison not to come back to prison. And the interviewer was interviewing him as he was in the free world driving. He was like, man, so much has changed. He was like, man, just Star Wars from old to Star Wars movie now. It's like, damn, I went to the movie theater and seen Star Wars. I was like, God, like, wow. And he said, but one thing that stands out is the young women. One thing that stands out is women are so masculine. He said when I left the streets, women was pretty much women. He said they like to fight more than men do, and that's where we at. Women are more masculine than men. The average man out here, So we got a society of both genders thinking alike. Men ain't supposed to think like women, but in this society, men are thinking like women, which is I want to have fun. Oh, I forget. I don't know the name of the artist, but that song, "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
Cindy Lauper.
Okay, y'all know. Okay, the one.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy Lauper.
So girls just want to have fun. Women just want to have fun, but now you got men. That's all they want to do. Just have fun and have pleasure. That's why the scriptures say, "Them that dwell carelessly, that are given to pleasures."
It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none that's beside me, I shall not.
Because that's pretty much what Esau is telling the world. I'm the supreme power. And there's no God. I'm God, and there's no other power up here with me. Yeah.
It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Right. So ultimately that's what the MOTB is all about. This man I'm gonna be in control like the Most High is. The Most High know how many grains of sand it is on the sea. All of them, all the grains, all the sand that exists on the earth. The Most High know every grain that exists. Every strand of hair on everybody's collective head on the earth. You see? So Esau wants to have that power like that. And you ain't gonna get it. You gotta be out of your mind to think you're gonna have absolute power like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, when you can control the most high control the thoughts of man. He put in instructions in there according to Job 33 and 15. He instilled the instructions of man while we sleep.
Right.
Esau want to be able to tamper with and control thought. He want to be able to download information, extract information, re-educate. It's goddamn devil, man.
Mr. Klaus Schwab said in one of the interviews back in 2017, he said, in the next 10 years, all you will have brain chips in your mind. And he said, I'll be able to know, basically know what you're thinking and how you feel, just by examining you with my brain chip. So this man really did want to be the Heavenly Father and control your thoughts, man. Okay. Also, they showed a video of how it would be in the future of you at work, you know, with your little brain scanner thing on, and they can tell if you're lusting after a woman or a man.
Right.
If you're upset, if you're not doing this or doing that, they can know it.
Sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah. They can check it out, man. That should be that way, bro. So that's him showing his power, showing that he's trying to be like the Most High, man.
Yeah. You know how you gotta do that I-9? I-9 before you get a job? That little I-9 form, it just asks you for these miscellaneous fucking questions. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, yeah, what would you do in certain situations? If you seen Betty stealing, would you turn your head or would you go tell the supervisor? Shit like that. So they don't need that data no more from the people to submit. They can monitor all that. Okay, we're not gonna hire this. We can't bring this individual, or we need to make him think different or her think different. Right. Because he got it in him that he gonna steal.
Right.
He's a thief.
Yeah.
So or whatever. I'm just giving scenarios, but
Yeah, they had it in the video of they had a situation where a guy, he was so-called plotting or he had a thought to do a crime in the future, and so they sent the FBI to the job and said, look, we got data showing that you planning on doing something.
See that's the minority report.
Yeah.
They're doing it right now in China.
Students.
Right. They got the president headset and read the brainwaves, so they send it to their parents like, oh, he want to come today.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was in China right now. Yeah.
He wouldn't concentrate. He looked like he was, but he was thinking about trying.
Right. Wow. Yeah, but they got technology for the Esau's power, man, because it speaks about that.
Right. Lion wonders.
Yeah, lion wonders. Yeah, man. That's the beast.
You got more? That was the point. Bring this out and we gonna
This is Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's Esau. Go ahead, bro.
It says, though thou exalt thyself.
Matter of fact, wait,
This is I'm starting this out. This is Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Like we was talking about earlier, that Esau think in his mind that he's doing this, that he's controlling the narrative, so to speak. But the Most High has programmed him to do exactly what he's doing. So that pride is deceiving him. It says, though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Because he thinks that he's gonna do this plan and it's gonna be forever. That he's gonna be the Most High. He's gonna sit in the Most High's place.
He's not gonna be able to do that. It's Job 5 and verse 12. He disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. You're gonna have everything on lock, but they're not gonna be able to do it. Man. Right. Yeah, he gonna see the first beginning part of it, but for him just to kick his foot up on the couch and say I did it, he ain't gonna get that chance. No. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's, say, who should, he asking the question, who should bring me down? Because Esau think that he can't be taken down. Not even by the chariots. Or in other words, the Most High. You know.
As Pharaoh said, who is the Lord?
Yep, and Esau is the modern day Pharaoh.
It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
Right. We at the very end of the Most High. We at the end of the Most High bringing this man down. This man has almost been brought to complete submission. You know, we can see because we paying attention and we know what the hell is going on. We understand how the economy works. All right, we understand that there will be a third world war. We see the last prophecies here, just waiting on them to be enacted and fulfilled. You know, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Just to put it out there again, and we're gonna keep pushing this energy until the Most High remove the prophets from speaking. That this kingdom is going down, man. And it's going down before these people's eyes, like right before their eyes. So they wide, what they call it, they got a saying called eyes wide shut. So people are walking around, they can see they can actually see, but they can't see what the hell is going on. They can't see what this man is doing. You got some of these Edomites, they know a little something what's going on, but they don't know the full story. They're not saying, oh, well, Yahweh's going to send Yahweh and the angels to take this place down, and then the kingdom of Israel is going to be established forever. So we got the whole story. You know what I'm saying? We know the truth. And the truth is that the American Empire, which is the Roman Empire, is finished, man. So Lord willing, the edification went out. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders. A great millstone once again. And peace and blessings unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.